The Dead Zone by Stephen King is a psychological thriller that weaves supernatural powers with moral dilemmas. Imagine waking up from a coma, only to realize that you can see people's deepest secrets just by touching them. What if you foresaw a catastrophic future, one that only you could prevent, but at a cost that could destroy your own life? This is the haunting dilemma Johnny Smith faces in The Dead Zone, a story that will grip you from the first page to the very last. Johnny Smith is an average, likable man living in Castle Rock, Maine. As a young boy, he experiences a small glimpse of psychic ability, but it's not until a freak accident later in life that this ability fully awakens. After a night out with his girlfriend, Sarah, Johnny is involved in a horrific car accident, leaving him in a coma. He remains unconscious for nearly 5 years. When Johnny finally awakens, his world has changed drastically. Sarah has moved on and started a family, and Johnny's once promising life is now overshadowed by his newfound psychic abilities. He discovers that by merely touching objects or people, he can see their past, present, or future. This gift comes with a heavy price, as his visions often reveal dark, disturbing events. The areas of his brain affected by the coma, the dead zone, hold the key to his powers, but they also represent a part of his life that has been lost forever. Initially, Johnny is reluctant to embrace his psychic abilities. He doesn't want to be a freak or a tool for others. Yet, as word of his gift spreads, people come to him for help. Johnny struggles with the moral dilemma of whether to act on the information he gains from his visions. Is it his responsibility to intervene and change the future, or should he let fate take its course? Johnny helps uncover a murderer in his hometown, using his psychic powers to expose a local sheriff as a serial killer. This act gains him unwanted fame, thrusting him further into the public eye. Despite his success, the emotional toll it takes on him is severe. Johnny yearns for a normal life, but his abilities have isolated him from others and haunted him with the terrible things he sees. The central conflict of The Dead Zone emerges when Johnny shakes hands with Greg Stilson, a rising political figure. In that moment, Johnny has a terrifying vision of the future. Stilson, now a seemingly harmless small-town politician, will one day become president of the United States and bring about global destruction. Johnny foresees Stilson starting a nuclear war, causing untold devastation. This vision shakes Johnny to his core. He knows that if Stilson is not stopped, countless lives will be lost. But how can Johnny act on a vision of the future, especially when Stilson is currently just a charismatic and ambitious politician? Johnny grapples with whether to take extreme measures, even considering assassination, in order to prevent a catastrophic future. The novel's tension builds as Johnny wrestles with the question of whether killing one man to save millions is justified. His powers have forced him into the ultimate moral quandary. Should he sacrifice his humanity to save the world from Stilson's future reign of terror? Johnny ultimately decides to act. He attends a Stilson rally, armed with a rifle, and attempts to assassinate the man he believes will bring about the apocalypse. Johnny fails in his attempt, but, in the process, snaps a photograph of Stilson using a child as a human shield, an image that destroys Stilson's political career and future. In the end, Johnny's actions, though they cost him his life, prevent the disaster he foresaw. Johnny Smith's journey is both heroic and tragic. He is an ordinary man thrust into an extraordinary situation, and his psychic powers are as much a curse as they are a gift. Though Johnny dies in the end, his decision to sacrifice himself for the greater good ensures that the future disaster is averted. The Dead Zone is a powerful exploration of fate, moral choices, and the weight of responsibility. Johnny's ability to see the future may have led him to an untimely death, but it also allowed him to save countless lives.